You ever find yourself riding your car down the road or highway, and then suddenly and seemingly without warning, that check engine light comes on? Or perhaps you just got over to your car first thing in the morning, put the keys in and turn it on, only to see that check engine light pop on before you start your ride. If you've driven long enough, I'm sure you've experienced something like this, especially those of us who have an older vehicle with a significant amount of mileage on it. Sometimes it seems like all you do is you go drive for a while and it comes on. But why does it come on? Well, it's because with any hard working machine comes the need for regularly scheduled maintenance. And our muscles are no different. Our bodies are super similar to machines, and just like a car, the more we use it, the more damage it takes on. The only difference is that we can replace our car with a new one when it breaks down, but we just can't transfer our consciousness into a new body if our bodies break down. We're not there yet. Now, hello everybody. Adam Cardona here with Elite Healers Sports Massage in New York City, and in this video I want to tell you why pain is one way that your body tells you it's time to do some repair work on your muscles. I know some of you are probably even some sort of soreness or pain right now, which means that your check engine light on your body has just turned on and you need to take a time out and get some body work, aka massage therapy, to restore those muscles before you have a major breakdown, which is also known as getting injured. So let's do the intro and take a few minutes to talk about it and help you understand.
Breaking down this concept of pain being the body's check engine light can be understood and broken down into a really simple to understand concept, and understand that concept is going to help you improve the quality of your life by knowing when not to push past the pain limits and get yourself a massage. It starts by understanding that our bodies work in a similar way to how cars operate. The machinery might be different when comparing a human to a car, but still some of the same fundamental principles still apply. Our bodies, like a car, are composed of all these little parts that when put together and given the proper energy, they turn into an intelligent moving machine. In order for the whole structure to move, these little parts have to resist, stabilize, and so much more when needed. The need for these parts to be dynamic and responsive is part of what causes them to undergo a little wear and tear over the lifetime of that person or the machine. The wear and tear we get from our bodies from living life and using the muscles comes as a side effect and is something that we cannot avoid. I know I've met people that think by not being involved with athletics, not doing physical labor at home or at work or anywhere else, they can avoid the wear and tear of muscles, but I'll tell you that's a myth and a lie that they say to themselves to keep them comfortable. By avoiding physical activity, your body begins to fall apart from the lack of use. The muscles get weak, then the bones weaken because there's not enough force being produced by the muscles to strengthen those bones, causing those bones to get weak and fragile. You lose the elasticity and flexibility in those muscles by staying stiff. And these are just a few side effects of being inactive. There's so many more side effects to the rest of your body, but I'm only going to be talking about those side effects that can happen to your muscles with inactivity. The body will experience wear and tear from an active lifestyle as a natural side effect over time. No matter how much or how little demand we place on the body, muscles get tight even when we try to stay still, just like when we sit down for too long and get up only to feel tight. You know that feeling. You sit at your desk for hours working on a project and either you give yourself a break or you complete the project and you try to stand back up when, bam, you have trouble straightening out your back. And when you finally do straighten out your back, that's when all of a sudden the back pain kicks in. Well, that happens because in this case, when you were seated, your hip flexor muscle, known as a psoas, shortens for hours, gets comfortable, wants to stay in that shortened position. So when you stand up and try to get it back to its normal length, it pulls back, fights back, and it causes pain. And that's one form of back pain. In this case of back pain, you'd be experiencing it by saying, hey, the check engine light has come on. We need you to stretch out your psoas muscle. You might not know what the pain means, and just like when the check engine light comes on in your car, you need to go to a mechanic in that case. But in this case, you need to go to a massage therapist so they can release the proper muscles and get you out of pain. Remember, Holding your body in any position will get the body tight. And if you hold it there for a while, the bodies want to stay in that position. Remember how when we were growing up, there was always that one person, usually a motherly figure or a caretaker, that said, if you make that face, you're going to stay that way. Well, that statement is so true, not just of the face, but of the entire body. When we make it hold a position for a while, our body is going to do the best effort to maintain the muscles in that position, even if it means the muscles are now in balance. For example, if we're always leaning to our left at work, then it's going to get short and tight in our left, right? And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to stretch so that way your body doesn't perceive that shortness as you're trying to get back in a normal position as pain. The stress from how we move is felt by the fibers that make up that particular muscle. Anytime we use a muscle, the fibers will contract, bringing two bones together with that movement, just like my bicep did in this example. As we make contractions with our muscles, sometimes not all the fibers lengthen back out. And what that does is it creates a muscle that doesn't move anymore given time. The shortening of these fibers is what is known as knots in the muscle. And too many of these knots in any muscle is going to cause pain and muscular dysfunction. If you want to know more about knots, then click on the knots video. A link will be in the description, as well as that one that popped over my head as a clickable option. Knots, trigger points. Short muscles and imbalances at the joint are what causes pain, whether you create it from movement or not. As long as the muscle's contracted, then an imbalance can occur. And at first, we won't feel the pain, but as it gains strength, then it's going to begin to feel like your body is slowing down. It's achy or it's painful. It's not old age, it's the shortened muscles. And this achiness or pain is a way of expressing, our body expressing that our check engine light has turned on. It's super similar to a car. If you ignore taking care of your vehicle when the check engine light comes on, then sooner or later, a new problem or multiple problems are going to develop by ignoring that pain. When you ignore your car's check engine light, what that means is that you might wind up stranded on a highway waiting for a tow truck, or worse, get involved in a car crash resulting in injury or death. Well, when we ignore the achiness and or pain that is the body's check engine light, then one problem can grow into another and become injury. And who wants to be injured? Besides, a new injury might just wind you up in the emergency room, losing time from living your life. And I mean, no one wants to spend time in the emergency room when they don't have to be there. Am I right? Now, some people may be like, but Adam, it costs me money to get a massage and take care of my body. I totally can understand, but you have to weigh out your options, honestly. You have to think, what's going to cost you more in the long run? Getting a professional massage, which makes you invest some money in your self-care, or a sudden injury from not giving your body the proper maintenance? It's going to become more costly in terms of your personal time you lose and the money you spend, especially if you're an American like me. Then it's going to leave you with a really big bill for that emergency medical treatment. It's a whole lot cheaper to schedule an hour, 90 minutes, or 2 hours of massage therapy every so often for the proper physical care you'd get from a licensed massage therapist, rather than get stuck with those huge American medical bills. Your car and your body do not have to be neglected until either one breaks down and is unusable. All you have to do is make sure that you bring in your body or your machine in for body work when things start to change for the worse. Doing so should allow you to avoid more problems from developing. Massage therapists and auto mechanics both perform body work, while one is on a person and the other is on a car. Now, you must ask yourself one other question. Are you caring for your body as well as you're caring for your car? And if you don't drive, then ask yourself, are you caring for your body as much as you do your favorite electronics like your phones or your video games or whatever? If the answer is no, then please get your body a tune-up as soon as possible. If you're in New York, you always have the option of scheduling your appointment with myself or the team, and all you have to do is go to the link in the description and click on the schedule button and schedule an appointment with us. Remember, you can always buy a new car or machine, but you cannot buy a new body no matter how much money you have, so make sure your priorities are correct. Take care of your greatest machine, which is your body, and make sure you get the most out of your body to live your best life during the course of your life. If you want to know more about muscular knots, now remember, please click to the right next to me to watch that one. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.